The first case we will look at will be Madelinesoto from Kissimmee, Florida. Madeline had just celebrated her 13th birthday days before she was reported missing February 26, 2024, and later found not alive on March 1, 2024. Madeline lived with her mother, Jennifer, and her mother's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Stephansterns, in a townhouse owned by Madeline's grandfather in Kissimmee, Florida. On the morning of February 26, 2024, she was supposed to have been dropped off at school by her mother's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Stephansterns. However, when her mom got to the school to pick Maddie up for the day, she never came out. So her mother began driving around checking the route where she may have walked. Sometimes Maddie would walk to her grandmother's workplace after school. However, after driving around and checking with Maddie's grandma, who had not seen Maddie, Jennifer started to panic. Jennifer called the school because she said she did not see anyone still inside. She thought they had all gone home for the day. She reached one of Maddie's teachers, who said that Maddie had missed the entire day of school. Jennifer, now confused, went back to her mother's place of work to plan her next steps. Her sister joined her there, and they called 911 to report Madeline missing. It took several hours for the police to get to the location to talk to them about Madeline missing, due to working other missing kid reports that same day. Because Stephan was the last person to see Madeline that morning, they began to interview him. He stated that he and Maddie woke up around 7 a.m. They got ready for school and left to go to McDonald's. He then says Maddie didn't want to eat at McDonald's, she just wanted to sleep, so they headed back towards the school. Then he said that he dropped Madeline off by the church down the street from the school because she was embarrassed of his car and asked to be dropped off there. He said he watched her walk away, and she stopped to look through her backpack for a minute. He said he thought maybe she was looking for her headphones. She then continued walking, so he drove away. He said he headed toward the vape shop, which was closed, so he went back home, then drove around and waited for the vape shop to open. Then later he drove to various Targets looking for some collectibles when he got a flat tire. He called his dad, and he told him he had a flat and was trying to change it, but he was not sure about it. He has planned to meet Jennifer to pick up Madeline, but when he did not make it back in time, Jennifer has to leave. The police took him to the spot where he said he dropped off Madeline. They brought a canine and began walking around. The dog was unable to pick up any scent. After the police interviewed everyone, Stephan and Jennifer returned to the house. Madeline never returned that night. The next day, Jennifer and Stephan agreed to come to the police department to be interviewed. They were both interviewed in separate rooms. During the interview, the detective asked Stephan if she could see his phone, and when she looked at previous calls, there was only calls from that day available. That made her a bit curious, so she asked him why there was so little information available. He said he had accidentally factory reset his phone the day before, that there was a massive iOS update and he hit the wrong button and it totally reset his phone. Of course, that made them a little suspicious, and she started looking more into the phone and asked if they could keep the phone for further investigation, and he agreed, and he gave his PIN number, and he gave the detective access to his Google account. Jennifer basically just stuck with her story, saying that Stephan took Maddie to school the morning of the 26th and that she was sleeping when they left. But she heard someone in the kitchen, and she assumed it was Maddie getting ready for school, and then she said Stephan came in her room to take the dog out, and he told her they were leaving to go to McDonald's. The time was around 7 a.m. Madeline didn't start school until like 8:40, so that was kind of suspicious as well. The focus turned back on Stephan. The detectives taped off the house and the search began. Stephan and Jennifer and the other roommates were not allowed to come back in for the rest of the night, so they had to go to a motel. During their stay at the motel, Stephan left in the middle of the night and was gone for several hours, and then returned and just told Jennifer that he couldn't sleep, and he drove around and went to get a drink and came back. At this time, his father was in Kissimmee with them at the motel in a different room, trying to give them support with all the stuff that was going on with Maddie missing. Later that day, Stephan is arrested. We will discuss what happened next on Tuesday. Please join us back at Crime Time at dinner time to see why he was arrested. You know you got to eat, so let's get to it. Now on to the recipe that I promised. If you're anything like me, you hate having to do the dreaded recipe and grocery lists every weekend, so I decided I needed something new ideas. I was running out of them, so I turned to Facebook and TikTok and found many different meals that I thought my family might like, so I thought I would share them with you. I'll share which ones we tried, what we thought about them, and how you can access them if you're interested, and it might give you a meal idea. The first one we tried was a 3-ingredient chicken meal. It had only chicken breast, a ranch packet, and barbecue sauce. We used Sweet Baby Ray's. You can use what you like. We put it in the crock pot. We ended up leaving it for about 6 hours on low. and let me tell you what, this chicken was fantastic. Oh, the barbecue sauce was so good. It had a really good flavor, and all the family really enjoyed it. And how simple, only 3 ingredients in the crock pot, set it and forget it. What we did was put it on hamburger buns and made pulled chicken sandwiches. You can do what you want with it. We had macaroni and cheese with it. I recommend this recipe 100%. I'll leave the link below. I hope this helps, gives you an easy dinner idea and keeps you up on the latest happenings in the cases that you might be following. See you on Tuesday, where we'll further discuss Madelinesoto case on Crime Time at dinner time. See you there.